I just want to discuss a little bit about what I am doing right now. It is currently a Tuesday, January 15th. I should have known that. And it was raining earlier today extremely hard. So I got back from class at around 1. And since then, I've been meditating and reading, and I wanted to discuss in depth what it is that I do when I take these sort of days and allot this sort of time for this sort of experience. So what I do to begin with is I clear my space, right? And I do this every few days. I have these days of just sitting down and clearing my mind and meditating, writing, reading. The first thing I do is I clear my space. I make sure that my bed is clean and made, and I make sure that my room is clean and everything is put away. I light some candles and I light some incense, and I open the window to get fresh air in and to hear the rain. And I often put on some trance music or flute music or prayers, mantras, a lot of the time. And it turns my room into this very blissful atmosphere. And in this atmosphere, I can concentrate more on what it is that I'm doing and what it is that I'm about to do. So, what I actually do is meditating, and I'm sitting here by the window, so I'm facing the light. And these can help you as tips if you so desire to meditate in this sort of way. It really sets the atmosphere, and it allows for you to get into what it is that you're doing by modifying your external to shift your internal, right? I talk about this a lot. So then I usually plug in my headphones so I have an isolated auditory range, and I can access the music more efficiently with my ears and my brain. And I put on music that, like I said, serves the purpose of what I'm about to do. I then take a pillow and I place it under my bottom, and I sit in an elevated position. So this is the pillow. You sit straight like so. And actually what the pillow does is it enables you to have a elevated posture. And what an elevated posture does, it aligns all of the energetic centers of your body going down, so everything is straight. And typically you will do a sort of mudra. I do this one because it is the most conventional for meditation, and it is also very easy to remember. And this has a significant meaning. You can look up what it means. I don't know the exact definition, but I do know that it has to do with clarity. So you allow your hands to, you can't see my knees, and I'm kind of glad for it because I'm wearing these polka dot pants. And you place your hands on your knees like so, and you kind of let them hang off your knees ever so slightly, ever so comfortably. And you breathe. And this is probably the first time all day that you had time to yourself to sit down and be comfortable in a way that is not luxuriously lazy. And it allows for everything in your body to sort of lay in this stacked motion. And you breathe again because you realize once more that this is the first time that you have been able to breathe without any worry or thought of what you're going to do next. So you inhale, and as you exhale, you forget that you have a day, that you have a life, that you have things to do, people to see, people to respond to. You forget about all of that because everything that matters right now is in your breath. And you allow that to be the main focus of your attention. And you don't let your mind wander. You keep it fixated. On the breath. and you keep deep inhaling. You do this a few times until you begin to yawn. And then when you do yawn, you realize that it's because you've been deep inhaling, which is good, because you've been focusing on your breath and not on anything else. You let your body fall into a sort of physical trance. It's the same where if you were sitting in one position for a long time, your limb would fall asleep. Similarly, slowly, you realize you can't feel your knees, your toes, your hands. You allow any external noise or distraction to come as it may, if it shall, and then leave just as it entirely ceased to exist. You breathe again, and you realize you can feel parts of your body just by wanting to feel them. You notice the tip of your nose. You notice the way your lungs feel in your chest. You notice your stomach. But you don't think. You don't think about the last time you ate. You don't think about anything that has to do with things that might perturb you. Instead, you just feel it. You feel your stomach, an organ inside of your body. You feel all the organs in your body. And if you try hard enough, you know that you'll be able to feel every single blood vessel that courses through your veins. And every single vein that courses through your body. You hear a siren? You notice it. You let it pass. You inhale. You exhale. You try not to focus on the pain in your tooth, because you know that, just like everything else, is temporary, and just like everything else, will eventually cease to exist in its material form. You know that the only thing that is eternal is the soul. And you know that if you try hard enough, you could feel your soul too. You breathe. At this point, you can feel certain pressure points on your body becoming affected, such as the area in between your eyes. You allow this pressure to continue, knowing that it will strengthen your intuition overall. You're picturing nothing in your mind. And if you are picturing anything or anybody, it is the face of purity and goodness and bliss, whatever that may mean to you. For some, it's nothing. For some, it's a god. For some, it's a person. But maybe not a separate person, but rather the person that they know they could be if they wished to. They realize they're focusing on their soul. You realize you're focusing on your soul. You inhale. You exhale. You don't pay attention to any part of your physical body. Whether it starts to itch, hurt, claw, you remain still. Because if you know at the slightest movement, this spell will be broken. You focus your energy on the space in between your eyes and your eyebrows. And you let it gather there. You inhale. You exhale. Your breaths are becoming shorter and shorter. It becomes less necessary to breathe now as your blood pressure lowers. You feel light, unaffected, peaceful, transcendental, pure, whole, loving, true, eternal, blissful, beautiful, radiant, godlike. You understand how easy it is to fall asleep, but you don't want to. You're so engrossed in maintaining this stability of feeling and simultaneously not feeling that you don't want to do anything but remain here. You inhale and you exhale. I thought my door opened, so I got out of that, but
Okay, it's rap pack to my pulse flat. We keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah, what it do? Penthouse, man.